Sure, I'd be happy to explain how to build a cryptocurrency on the XRP ledger. Here are the steps you can follow. Get credentials. To start building on the XRP ledger, you'll need to create a Ripple account and obtain credentials, which include a secret key and a public address. You can create an account using any XRP wallet provider or by running your own Ripple node. Once you have your credentials, you can move on to the next step. Connect to the network. To connect to the XRP ledger, you can use the official Ripple API, application programming interface, called Ripple API. Ripple API is a JavaScript library that provides a simple interface for communicating with the XRP ledger. You can install it using npm node package manager by running the command npm install ripple lib. Once installed, you can use it to connect to the XRP ledger by specifying the endpoint URL and your credentials. Configure issuer settings. After connecting to the XRP ledger, you'll need to configure your issuer settings. These settings include the currency code and the amount of currency that will be issued. You can configure your issuer settings by creating a trust line between your issuing address and the recipient addresses. To create a trust line, you can use the trust method provided by the Ripple API. This method takes as input the recipient address, the currency code, and the maximum amount of currency that can be held by the recipient. Wait for validation. After configuring your issuer settings, you'll need to wait for validation. Validation is the process of confirming that your transactions have been recorded on the XRP ledger. You can monitor the status of your transactions using the getTransaction method provided by the Ripple API. This method returns the status of the transaction, including whether it has been validated or not. Configure hot address settings. Once your transactions have been validated, you'll need to configure your hot address settings. Hot addresses are the addresses that will hold your cryptocurrency. You can configure your hot address settings by creating a payment channel between your hot address and the recipient addresses. To create a payment channel, you can use the Prepare Payment Channel Create method provided by the Ripple API. This method takes as input the recipient address, the amount of currency to be transferred, and the expiration time of the payment channel. Deploy and test. After configuring your hot address settings, you're ready to deploy and test your cryptocurrency. You can deploy your cryptocurrency by creating a new XRP ledger address and issuing the currency using the Issue method provided by the Ripple API. Once your cryptocurrency has been deployed, you can test it by sending and receiving transactions using the Prepare Payment method provided by the Ripple API. To summarize, building a cryptocurrency on the XRP ledger involves obtaining credentials, connecting to the network, configuring issuer settings, waiting for validation, configuring hot address settings, and deploying and testing the cryptocurrency. With the help of the Ripple API and JavaScript, building a cryptocurrency on the XRP ledger is relatively easy and straightforward.